What about making yours sound better?
What's up, guys? It's Kyle here for WA Production, and in this course we're going to talk about how to make a deep house song. And now when I say deep house, I mean deep house kind of like definitely deep house, but still kind of having some pop elements. So some of the key elements of a pop slash deep house kind of song is a groovy bass line with a deep house plug, obviously. Kind of darker, more mellow tones, and still obviously that 4 on the floor kick drum, and and that's standard to pretty much all house music. So let's get started here. I have a project open here in FL Studio. We're at 126 BPM. First thing I'm gonna do is open a contact piano, and I'm going to write some piano chords to base our whole song around. So I'm just gonna open up the Grandeur, which is a really good contact piano. We're gonna get some chords going. I think I want to write something in D flat or an E flat minor. So I'm gonna open a blank channel here. Cool little trick here. If you click the stamp button, then click go to melodic scales, click minor natural aeolium. Just go E flat here or D sharp. Then you can drag it up and down. So now when we go back to our contact piano, we have shadow notes of all the notes in our scale here. So we're gonna start with a E flat minor chord here. I kind of like where this is going. Pretty good start here. I'm a fan. Gonna drop our bass notes down an extra octave too, or duplicate them then drop them. Then just add some warmth. I'm gonna take our middle notes here of these chords. I'm gonna highlight them all. I'm gonna hold shift and then click on one of them. Then we'll hold control, click up on my arrow keys, and that's gonna raise them up an octave. Now I'm just gonna add some notes here and there, just see what sounds good. Now, since we used a minor key, this is a little bit more of a sad sounding song, but I can still hear the bass line in my head. I think it's gonna sound really dope. So now that we got our chords here, I think we're ready to move on to the next part, which is finding sounds. And so now that we have our chords here, I'm going to copy our bass notes here. And I'm going to open a Serum. Go open my deep house plug that I always use. And I'm gonna open a new pattern here. I'm gonna paste this in. And now we're gonna write a little bass line. So we have all our notes here, obviously. And I'm feeling pretty ready to go here, so let's make a cooler rhythm. We're just gonna go along and see what comes to mind and what sounds cool. I think on this last one we'll go up a fifth on every note. Alright, so now that we got our bass line here, we're gonna put this on its own mixer track. And we did that really quick just by going to clicking the cog on our Serum and then clicking the track button, which automatically assigns it to the first empty mixer track. Now we're gonna EQ this a little bit. We're gonna cut out all the sub frequencies because we're gonna put in a sub bass to go with it. So everything under 100 hertz. We're also gonna cut out a lot of the highs because we don't need them anyway because there really are no highs to be heard. So might as well just cut it. Make sure there's no small frequencies sneaking through. Can put some OTT on it. Put about 10 or 20. Next, we're gonna put on Decapitator, which is a really cool distortion plugin. Feel cool with it right there. Alright, so after Decapitator, I'm gonna put another EQ in here, and gonna make sure after all the effects, we still are cutting out all of our sub frequencies. Alright, this sounds pretty good. Up next, I'm going back into Serum here. I'm gonna load up the sub preset that I always use. Alright, so here I have a good sub, and I'm just gonna copy over our pattern by right-clicking the Serum, clicking copy, and I'm gonna open a new pattern just so we have them separate, just so it's easy to see everything, and then I'm gonna right-click it again, the new Serum, and then click paste. This is what it sounds like. It's obviously too high, so I'm gonna highlight it, Control A, and then I'm gonna hold Control, and I'm gonna click down on my arrow keys. That's still too high, so we're gonna try it one more time. That's what I'm talking about. Some of these notes, they're probably an octave lower than they should be for the sub. I'm gonna put up. Cool. So I'm gonna put this on its own mixer channel now. And now, just like we EQ'd the bass pluck, to remove all the lows, we're gonna make sure this one has pretty much only the lows. And then I'm gonna EQ out everything below 30 hertz, because again, that just makes your sound muddy. Up next, I think I'm gonna put on a little sound godizer. Just to fatten it up a little bit. Sound pretty good. Got this a little under 1/8 of the way, I'd say. So I'm gonna put this with our bass pluck and we're gonna see what it sounds like. Lower this up a bit. raise these two up an octave just to match the sub. Alright, that sounded pretty good. Up next, I'm going to set up a sidechain bus here. So first of all, let me name these. I'm going to go name this one bass, obviously, and I'm going to name this one sub. And then I'm going to highlight both of these by holding control and then going over both of the channels. And then I'm going to right click one of these arrows down here and then click route to this track only. So it's going to route these to only this track. And then we're going to name this sidechain. And then really simply, I'm just going to load up a Nicky Romero Kickstart plugin, which is basically going to automate the volume every quarter note we have it set to right now. So it's going to sidechain it automatically without any sidechain compression. So it sounds like this. I'm also going to throw on OTT at like 20% depth and 150 to 200% time just to glue it together, glue the sub and the bass together a little bit. Alright, that sounded pretty good to me. So now that we have our bass line and our chords, up next we're going to work on finding some more sounds to fill out our drop.